Letting love flow through you will clean all wounds, beautify the present, and build a remarkable legacy. As someone with no examples of how to love or being loved, I understand the challenge of attracting, growing, intimate, expansive relationships. I get it. We tend to even destroy them before they grow. And why do we do that? We do it because we have been betrayed. Betrayal in between our ears. You see, it's possible that your parents betray you. Like, for example, like dying, they abandon you. Or your father betrayed you by abandoning him for being at work. I'm not talking about betrayal so terrible as, as a child being seriously betrayed, abused. Yeah, of course, that exists, and probably that could have happened to you, but to all of us, 100% of humanity, we experience that time of childhood of pure innocence and pure trust in that love of our parents, and they betrayed us. They betray us usually at adolescence. And the betrayal really is between our ears. Why? Because we need to expand our world and we need to go out there and actually think different from our parents. It starts a new process of development. And what I'm talking about is something that philosophers, psychologists have been talking about for centuries. Plato started, centuries later, Jung took it on. And the idea was to talk about stories that have described our behavior consistently. And after they describe that way, storytellers have taken this same concept. And what I'm talking about is the concept of archetypes. The archetype that I would like to discuss with you today is the archetype of the innocent. The archetype of the innocent is very important to us in order to receive love, in order to give love. We need innocence to be able to fall in love again. That's the relevance. So, what is the innocent? In the tarot, it is called the fool. It is indeed a fool. It is like the power of Aries in the horoscope. It is like the Virgin. It is that sense of, I can do it. This almost blind enthusiasm for life. And you know what happens with blind enthusiasm for life? You will say, oh my God, catastrophe, heartbreak. What happens with blind enthusiasm is that that's the way families are created. That's the way babies are created. That's the way you actually fall in love and find the one. That's the way companies, business models are created. Without enthusiasm, love cannot flow. But enthusiasm needs to be tempered with something else in order for you not to die through innocence. What is that temperance that we need? This is discernment. Discernment about who is that person that you are going to give your virginity to. Who is that project that you are going to be foolishly pursuing? Who is that authority that you are going to believe and you are going to rest and be completely vulnerable on their hands. You need the discernment to see where you are getting yourself in. And obviously, as a little child, you don't know it. As an adolescent, you start learning. I trust that now you are a grown-up and you come here with maybe several times that your heart has been broken. And maybe you think, well, I don't need the innocent. And I want to ask you to consider, is it possible that you have fear of abandonment? Maybe you are doing one of these two things. Closing the door to love, going from your home to the office, from the office to your home, and not allowing love at all. I feel you. Certainly, I have been there, closing the door to any possibility of being hurt. Before I started dating, just not allowing anybody. God, it really hurts me if you are there. The other possibility is that you are doing exactly the opposite, dating this person, that person, that person, that person, and all with a need of being saved, with the need of being loved, and, being like the runaway bride, never being able to say you are the one because you're afraid. You're afraid of being abandoned. So you are closing the door, or you are dating like crazy from one person to the other and running away. If you're there, you are really on the right place. If you're liking this conversation, this is a great time for you to like it. It will make my heart sing because I really love help people like you. And you liking this video, let me see that indeed is working. So what is the antidote? Or what is the process for you to build discernment, for you to grow your innocent archetype? It is deceivingly easy, deceivingly nonsense. It is play. When we play, we learn. When we play, we build relationships. When we play, we understand what are rules of engagement. When we play, we understand tension. We start competition. We play is such a beautiful word because it could be play like playing football. It could be play like playing in a nonsensical way without rules. It could be playing music. It could be even playing in the sense of creativity, painting, dancing. Whenever you're creating anything that you're creating, there has to be this tension, because without tension, everything is just flat. I think about now the painting that you see behind. This is something I created. I painted it with my hands. If you see, it has many colors. You could say, well, it just has this gold thing, but it has ochre, and it has blue, and it has red, and it has white, and it has green, and all of them were playing in the paper. And this play created this new reality, this piece of art, or this thing that makes me happy. This is the way I invite you to play. Now, how? And I understand that you ask how, because when I understood that this was so needed to play, was so psychologically and spiritually needed for me to receive love, I just where do I start? I don't understand how to play. And I had to first forgive my mother and my father for being so restrictive. They were really interested in me being a good student, and play was like a waste of time. They didn't really understand the importance of play. After forgiving them, forgiving myself, I said, how can I actually do it? So I tell you this for you to forgive your parents and yourself. Okay. So the first way for you to start playing is to observe how other people do it. And who are the best players in the world? Children. If you are a mother, you're in luck because you really can observe how children play. The younger they are, the better, because they are not just socialized and, with other kinds of tensions and stories. But if you're talking about children around 3 years old, you really have great ways of playing. So observe, see, copy, and start inventing your own ways of gamifying your entire life. One of the things that I do is that I gamify, sorry, I gamify the way I clean the house. I don't really particularly like cleaning my house, but I don't like a dirty house. So I make it with music, with time restriction. I make it in a way that is fun for me. Gamify. Move your body. Move your body in any way and the silliest possible way that you can. You can just go for a walk. There is this beautiful quote: if you're in a bad mood, go for a walk. If you're still in a bad mood, then when you go back, go for a next walk. You move your body and you are reconnected with really the wisdom of your body, the wisdom of Mother Earth. When you move your body, you open yourself again to that innocent, virginal. This is so beautiful because virginal is also connected to the concept of jungle, because the jungle is virgin. So connected to your virginal body, to remember it doesn't matter, if you already are a mother and that you're not a virgin in the technical sense, you are virgin as a wild being. And just by moving, you reconnect to that wisdom that really opens for love. Just look at flowers. Flowers are open for love, and it's a way of playing and being creative. Be curious. Here at home, we have the wonderful book, the How to Think Like Leonardo. And what we did was to follow the wonderful advice of listing 100 questions you are curious about. It has been a life changer, really. Since then, it is like a curriculum of play. Find things, find answers to these big questions. My daughter wanted to know what really fire was. It is a complex question. Why is the sky blue? Another complex question. And of course, my husband came up with more complex questions. What is God? And this has brought us to magnificent books, magnificent conversations, lots of joy in experiments at home, and all that is play. And all that is building a relationship with each other as a family and within, to open ourselves for love. And most importantly, you need to become aware of what is happening. So I invite you to journal on what happened, how you are changing through play. Because you're changing two things when you're playing. The innocence, this Mars, the full capability of daring to do you never did before. And you are also creating this temperance, this discriminative, this deciding and putting your limits of how far you are going to play. These are the two things that you need to learn to allow flow of love to go through your life, because you are going to accept love, but not from everybody. You are going to give love, but not to everybody. So that discerning is also what you are going to learn. Be open and close. Be open and close. These are the activities that you learn in playing. And as you journal, you become more aware about them, you will exercise them more, and you are going to develop. This is really like a muscle. It's not a one-day event that you are going to heal your innocence. It maybe takes years, but I was thinking about it, how to express it the best way, that it is a paradox that you can change your life in 1 second, but it takes years. It is just like speaking a language. I really thought I could never speak French because I could not understand any single word. And last year, I started with Duolingo learning French. And suddenly I said, merci. I am speaking French. I just say, merci. It is not a really super complex structure with verbs in the past or conditional, but I said one word. And suddenly I heard in the radio a song, and I understood a la campaña. I understood the singer sang. Absolutely incredible. So what I'm saying is that to take one step, it is already to be in the journey. So you don't need to have the perfect intimate relationships, all of them, with your mother, with your lover, with your children. It is about starting to open yourself to play in a more beautiful way. Start saying no when you want to say no. And as you become more aware of it, you will become better at it. And that's why I invite you to journal. And now I have a gift for you, which is a visualization. I want you to visualize that you are a little child, you're a little girl. It's a wonderful day. It's beautiful. You are in your favorite place, your favorite beach or your favorite garden, your favorite mountain. It's the most beautiful place that you can imagine, with the most magnificent weather that you like. And you're playing your most favorite game. You're playing with your favorite friend, with your favorite toys. You are having a ball. You are just so happy. You feel flowing through you that feeling that everything is possible, that you deserve everything, that Santa Claus will bring you all the gifts in the world. You feel that sense of childhood, of possibility, of that you will be able to win with ease, that there is not even winning, that you are winning right now. The game doesn't even need to finish for you to be extremely happy. Feel that joy. And take a step back now and realize that this beautiful play is possible because of a beautiful force that is holding the space for you. And that is your mother. And you can see it as the divine and eternal mother, that this Mother Earth holding you. And you can also see it as your mother, the physical woman who birthed you and who is serving your lemonade that day. Feel those qualities, because you are both of them. You are the little child and you are the mother. Feel the qualities of both of them. Feel the qualities of strength, of wisdom, of courage, of tenderness, the softness to the child, the tough, defensive mechanism towards anything that could hurt the child, and the optimism, the enthusiasm, the foolishness of the child. Feel it. If you want, you can even pause the recording and journal about this. After you have journaled about these qualities, make a pledge that this week, 7 days, you are going to practice embodying both the silliness, the foolishness, the virginal knowing of your worth, and the wisdom of the mother that is going to take care of you, that is going to hold you, protect you, discern what is good for you and what is not good for you. The mother that loves you like Mother Earth, like Virgin Mary, like Pachamama. You put the name you want. Or even, your ideal mother, the mother that you really dream of. I sincerely hope this was helpful to you. I wish you a wonderful week. God bless.